Welcome back to Shoot Retro. My name is Hunter. In this quick video, I'm going to be showing you how to access the lithium-ion battery in a Pentax 645, the original 645. Before I do that and outline a few of the different ways you can do that, just give you a little brief overview of this particular camera right here, just so you understand kind of what I'm working with and why you would want to get access to that battery. This is a camera I recently picked up at auction. It's an original Pentax 645 in seemingly good condition, although unfortunately this one has some issues that are kind of buried deep inside. With these cameras, one of the main issues is the battery compartment. This is the original battery compartment on these cameras. When I received the camera, you can probably tell right there. It's pretty messed up. It's missing some terminals on that part of it. It's totally inoperable, and that's a problem, obviously, because the camera can't power on. Well, through my online digging, I don't even want to call it research because there was really just a few minutes. On the forums, people say, well, if you're having battery issues on the 645 and you're particularly having issues regarding the LCD not having any numbers indicating here whatsoever, it's actually an issue with your lithium-ion battery that is tucked deep inside the camera. So a few things. What you're looking at here is a 3D printed replacement battery compartment for the 645. I bought this on eBay for about $40. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of it, I'll be honest with you. The build quality isn't fantastic. Obviously, when you're buying something that's 3D printed, that's to be expected. Like these really sharp copper contacts for the battery compartment in here. I was really unimpressed with that, and the fitment on this compartment as well isn't that great. And I'll elaborate on why this is an issue with my particular camera in a second, because I know you're really only here probably to see me access the bottom of the camera. So the whole premise behind getting into the bottom of the camera is to get access to the lithium-ion battery, and hypothetically, when you replace the lithium-ion battery, the screen at the top here will illuminate. It's unclear, based off of the different sources I was reading from, whether or not you need the battery pack attached to the side in order for that to be displayed. Camera's on and off right now, nothing happens. And that's with my battery pack inserted and with a new battery in here. So although I think the issues I have on this camera exceed the outlines, I guess, of this video, this will still be relevant to you if your problem is as simple as changing a battery. And I guess now we can just get into that. So prologue aside, let me bring you in a little bit closer just to take a look at what we're working with here. Just bring it down here. This is so great. Isn't the DJI Osmo awesome? Look at that. I'll go on my phone here and I will zoom us in. Wow. Precision that excites. So looking at the bottom here, don't be just confused and think this is your battery compartment. I don't know what that is. That's not the battery compartment though. The battery compartment is this right here. And when they originally released this camera, I want to say it was in '84, the idea was that you were to send the camera back to Pentax to replace your lithium-ion battery. People say the Duracell 1216 is a good alternative to the original, which I believe is a 1220. You will have to find a way to twist this, and the issue is it's very difficult if you don't have a tool. One of the first tools is a paperclip. I found that a paperclip is perfect for this exact application. It's almost the perfect width with the two prongs. Obviously, you're going to bend it so the prongs face the same direction. and then you'll end up having to manipulate it a little bit. Just pull on it. Look at that. Now you have a twistable surface. You'll be able to get the right amount of torque to actually gain access to that. Additionally though, and with this particular camera, I found that this was not enough. I was so happy I figured out, oh my God, this paperclip fits perfectly, but I'm twisting, nothing's happening. And I don't want, you know, if you bend a paperclip so many times, it's just gonna snap. So you may need an additional tool. Let's back the camera out just a tad. This is a common tool in camera repair. It's a lens repair tool. And the premise behind the tool is you have these little prongs on the end here that have very fine points, and you're able to get into special notches on different lenses or parts of cameras to gain access to, I guess, parts of the camera that a consumer might not necessarily know what they're doing with. This is one I got off Amazon a long time ago. It's cheap enough. Now, on its smallest setting, it's just too big to actually fit. Very disappointing. So all you're gonna have to do is just take the metal rods out. So my camera, as I was outlining before, was very stuck. It was very stuck, and I needed more leverage. So I literally grabbed these things like chopsticks, and you just get each one in each hole there, grab it, and turn. And there we go. So you can't really see it now. There we go. But just a little bit of force, and I got it to turn. Like it's turning right now. And once you pop it off enough, now you can go back to your paper clip and insert the tongs, prongs, whatever you want to call it. And now you have a perfect little screwdriver to pull that out. That pretty much outlines how to change out that lithium-ion battery in this camera. And as I was saying before, it didn't end up helping me in this situation. I really thought this was going to be, I was pumped. I thought I found the answer in the forums. And to be honest with you, when I do end up wanting to flip cameras that I buy, you know, it helps when they work. So this one I'm in a little bit over my head because all the common remedies to fixing the no display issue on this camera are not working, which really sucks. But it's kind of just the risk you take, I suppose, when you're buying from auction and all these things. But yeah, I guess now I'm just going to talk more about this particular camera again and just kind of walk you through my frame of mind here, because what I've done is, I don't know if you may have noticed this before when I showed you the battery pack on this camera, but I actually did the 9-volt conversion. Hypothetically, this gives you extended battery life in proper usage. Obviously, this camera is not in any state to shoot, but I ended up buying this on eBay thinking originally, oh well, I mean, it's just the battery pack that I bought that's broken, that's why this camera doesn't work. Well, then I was super disappointed this morning when I tried to use the conversion kit, and I just get absolutely nothing. It's kind of lame. So like, I mean, it's kind of tough to tell though, because I don't know, obviously this is a 3D printed part and a homebrew, but I don't know if maybe it's not making enough contact because it's not fully seated. But at the same time, I don't want to start filing it down and like trying to get it to sit tighter in there, because I mean, I anticipate on returning this, because I don't, this in particular, because I mean, what the heck, I mean, I can't do anything with that. But then I thought, once I read online about that lithium-ion battery I just showed you how to take out, oh, maybe this is working, but the lithium-ion battery is what powers the screen up here, and I just can't, the camera won't function without that. So again, to my disappointment, that did not work. So I'm kind of at a loss on this camera, and looking back on my philosophy when acquiring the camera itself, I've noticed that when you are buying cameras at auction, particularly film cameras, you need to be very careful with obviously the condition of the camera, that's obvious, but the current state of it. Like, this camera is missing the eye cup here. It was missing a lens. Like, these are common things that people pull from the body of the camera when the camera is inoperable. And I think I just more or less got caught up in like the price that I was getting it for, and I was a little blind to that. So small lesson learned for me. At the end of the day, I'll probably lose like 50 bucks on it overall. Just to wrap up my thoughts, I'll probably end up losing a little bit of money on this guy. That's my takeaway. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of long and drawn out and a little bit all over the place, but hopefully you learned a little something. And if you have any ideas for how to get this thing to turn on, by all means, let me know. I'm not hesitant to hear all of that. So anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.